chase the glory. Visez haut.
Sports on CBC, présenté by Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Gilbert Rugby, Fox 40, Thunderbird Medical Supply, Les Bagues Baron Rings, BioSteel, The Rec Room, APAR, and by CGIS.
Good evening and welcome to UBC's Thunderbird Stadium. A warm welcome to you all as you tune in to U Sports on CBC and the 2025 CGIS U Sports Women's Rugby Championship presented by the Rec Room. My name is Chris Blackman and I am joined by National Sevens team player
Shalea Valenzuela.
Thank you, Shalea. At UBC's Thunderbird Stadium, we're getting ready to bring you the matchup between the number 6 seed and host UBC Thunderbirds and the current RESQ champions and number 3 seed Laval Rouge Or. This is the fourth and final quarterfinal matchup for today. The number 4 seed, the winner will take on either the winner of the AUS champion St. FX X-Women and the number 5 seed Guelph Griffins. T-Birds, good season this year, bad season this year, not the best season. They've gone 3-2. Laval went 6-0 in their regular season. UBC's Adia Pai scored 13 tries, while Laval's Amelia Tremblay scored 52 points, including 21 conversion kicks. Some players for us to watch out for today. Shalea, who should we be watching out for from UBC?
Yeah, we should be watching out for Brooke Rodham playing number 10 for UBC, as well as Piper Logan playing number 9 from the Canadian national team.
A veteran and a rookie there,
yes,
right? Brooks in her first national championships. From Laval, let's keep an eye on their captain, Les Ouellette, playing at scrum, playing at number 7. And their veteran number 9, Corinne Frischette. When we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff as the host UBC Thunderbirds take on the Laval Rouge Or in the fourth and final quarter-final match today at the 2025 U Sports Women's Rugby Championship. Live from Vancouver, you're watching U Sports on CBC.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
The CJS service philosophy goes hand in hand with our vision, and our vision is a world without valve problems. That is what we live and breathe every single day.
CGIS, we do work for many different valve types: gates, globes, checks, balls, knife gates, control valves.
Welcome back to Vancouver and U Sports on CBC. It's time to meet the starting lineups in today's game, beginning with your home UBC Thunderbirds.
Wearing number 1, we have Adowu. Number 2, Thran. Number 3, Kip. Number 4, Prokovic. Number 5, Ashworth. Number 6, Kaliba. Number 7, Gluvik. Number 8, Smith. Playing number 9, we have Piper Logan. In the back line, we have 10, Rodham, 11, Pai, 12, Duick, 13, Williams, 14, Jordo, and 15, Sarabira.
And for Laval Rouge or the visitors tonight, in the front row, Leclerc, La Liberté, Desgang, and Caro. In the second row, Chabot and Fauché. In the back row, Provo and Captain Ouellette at number 7. Arvin Barreau is number 8. Frechette is at 9. In the back line, Lameau at 10. La Jeunesse and Paneton are the wingers. Centers, Laurie Izard and Adèle Sanson at 13. Fullback, Corinne Bellavance. Correction from something I said earlier, the winner of tonight's game will take on Queens, who just defeated the Acadia Axemen in the number 3 game tonight. Just seeing the starting lineup roll through on the screen there. We'll get to the impact subs from the bench as play progresses. Our referee tonight, the ultra-experienced Julianne Zussman, assistant referees Emma Gallagher and Christine Levat. Our fourth official, Dr. Phil Webster. Shalea, just a little excited?
Oh yeah, I'm more than excited. This will be a great game here tonight at UBC, Thunderbird Stadium.
Although we are looking at a 6 seed and a number 3 seed, these are two very experienced teams. Wealth of experience there. You see Charity Williams and her teammates. Laval in all black will be playing on the left. UBC is white and blue. Gorgeous evening today. The sun's just gone down. The lights are in full. It's a little brighter on the screen than it is in reality, but we're all ready to go here. Good crowd has developed after a long day. It's brisk, it's chill, but there's no sign of rain. You can just make out a bit of a sunset in the distance. Opening kickoff moments away. We've got 2 35-minute halves for a 70-minute game, and we're underway.
Beginning this game with a nice deep kick from Lana Duick, and that's well received by Laval.
That's their big number 8 taking the ball up there. Arvin Barreau. There's the chip through. There's a bit of a hole back there. That ball's gone straight into touch. Our near side assistant referee is taking us back. We're going to get the first line out of the game right in front of our broadcast position here, Shayla. What should we expect from UBC at lineouts?
I think they're going to come out firing. I think hopefully they're going to run a hard line off of this lineout. If not, maybe they'll drive it. It's hard to say.
Some good communication going on. Throwing in Kiki Adawu at the front here. Moving towards the back. Middle jumper going to fake it. They're going to come towards the front. Stolen by Laval. Actually goes to ground and then bounces forward. I think UBC still has it.
UBC maintained possession here after that bobble. We got Piper Logan, disputing that ball.
Yeah, Piper at 9. She can play anywhere in the back line, actually, so she's going to be dangerous. There's a good trail ball coming through. I think that was number 4.
Anya Prokovic.
UBC just wanting to settle things down a little bit. They're going to come back down the blind side. Kiki, hard running. There's Piper, quick over the ball, snaps it into the back line. Options back there. Forwards taking it ahead. There's the penalty. I think we're looking at a high tackle penalty. Just going to settle it down. We're about 35, 38 meters out. Is somebody having a look at a kick? No, we're going to go for touch for a line out.
Yeah.
Down the near side, right down in front of us. I think that's going to land off the field of play. Not a huge advantage in territory. UBC is going to want to sort out this line out. They're going to want a quick line out win.
Don't leave the line out early, ladies. Don't leave the line out early.
Yeah, typically UBC prides themselves off of their lineout, so I'm sure if this one goes two-hand, I'm sure it'll help them get some momentum. Unfortunately, it was an overthrow. Laval gets that cleanly at the back of the lineout.
So UBC is going to play defense. They're just retreating. They're not overcommitting. That ball's gone to deck, but it's open for play. Laval picking it up. Number 3, I think that's Anne-Sophie Caro taking the ball to deck.
UBC backline firing up at Laval, shutting that down, unfortunately leaving a little bit of gap in the middle of the field here.
Oh, pressure through. Penalty awarded, not releasing. Laval exposed on the deck.
Great pressure from UBC there.
Is this kickable? We're right in front of the post. They're having a little conversation, and there's the call. Piper Logan points at the post. Just watch here. Isolated runner. Who's down over top of that? Is that Piper? No, that's number 6. That's Maya Kaliba jackling over top of the ball. Laval not releasing. Penalty opportunity for UBC.
Going for points early on in the game. That is a 40-meter kick here, but Brooke has a great boot on her, so let's see if she can make this distance here.
Would be a nice way for her to start her first national championships, settle the team down a little bit, put 3 points on the board. No wind to speak of, no rain to speak of, so these are great kicking conditions.
Great boo with the power that they need, and that's a clear penalty kick. 3 points to start this game off for UBC. That was a fantastic kick for Rodham.
3.5 minutes in, UBC up 3-0. T-Birds are off to the start they wanted. Points on the board. Laval's going to want to answer back. They're an experienced group. This isn't going to rattle them. They're just going to look to settle it down.
Clean catch there by UBC's Lana Duick, running it up to the field, making her way to the edge.
Yep, found an extra 10 meters now. Quick ruck ball needs to be, it looks like we're lining up for a kick. Piper's going to step back. No, it's going to be passed back. Brooks going to thump it down the tram lines.
And cleanly caught by Laval. They're running to the close far side here.
Yeah.
Beautiful tip ball to number 4, Chabot.
Laval trying to get over top of the ball. Support run coming through.
Great hit again from Maya Kaliba, number 6.
UBC defensive line is standing up strong. They're not overcommitting to the breakdown. They're pointing out, they're calling their responsibilities.
Exactly, came up with that
There's
pressure.
the knock on from Laval. Don't think it's been seen. There's the advantage out, so this is an advantage play. We're going to come back for the knock on, but that's a great kick from UBC. There's nobody back there for Laval. Is that going to make its way to touch?
We got pressure here. UBC making this tackle in Laval's half. This is exactly what they need after kicking it to exit. Great pressure from UBC.
Laval's over top of the ball. They're steadying it down. Now they're going to look to get their forwards to create some opportunity. Clean ruck. A little bit slow coming out of there. Here's the kick.
Sarah Bira
kick.
in the backfield with Brooke.
That's gone to deck. Here comes Sarah Bira in support. No. Is that Lana Duick down the far side?
Believe that was Adia Pai.
That Adia with the ball. A little tough to see some of those numbers way on the far side of the pitch, folks. So UBC's got the ball, middle of the field.
Looks like Laval turned it over. And they're picking and going around the breakdown right now, trying to suck in UBC's defense line.
UBC's crowd support getting on loud, or that's Laval getting on support. Broken straight through up in the middle. I think that's second rower Maud Chabot with the ball. And the penalty's been called, not releasing. That's the 3rd time. Just quickly while clearance kick is happening. Join U Sports on CBC next week for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game as the 8 best women's university teams head to Hamilton for the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action from Dalhousie University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made.
So that was unfortunate for UBC. They unfortunately did not get that kick out of bounds, and it was returned by Laval with Charity Williams catching it cleanly in the middle of the field. Now UBC here is trying to work up phases and get some momentum. Oh, and a skip to Adia Pai on the edge. Is she going to be able to finish this?
Forward pass. We're going to come back. The pass to Adia was about a meter forward. Very excited co-worker here in the commentator booth. But Adia was a little excited as well. She needed to be about a meter back. So we're going to come back. Just wonder if our replay experts are going to be able to show us. Just watch this pass. You'll just see how it, not this one, but the next one. Look at how that's gone forward about a meter. Unfortunate, but the right option was chosen, and that speaks well. Nice tackle from number 11, Emma Lajeunesse for Laval. Here's our forced scrum. Corinne Frechette putting the ball in from the far side for Laval.
That's a strong scrum.
It's gone straight to deck, and the penalty instantly awarded. The call that UBC pulled down the scrum. I'm sure the front row would argue with that. Laval is going to kick for touch. Julianne Zussman is an experienced player and an experienced referee.
That was a great kick from Laval here that gave them at least 20-meter yard advantage.
Full line out called. You just see Laval being slow to get up there, but they've got all their players there. Now they're going to walk in, make some moves. Front jumper stolen by UBC, knocked to deck, and then the ball went out of bounds. Had that jumper been able to keep a hold of it. Look at this. Great interruption of the play.
It was a great jump by Sadie to try and get that ball back, but unfortunately went out of bounds.
So still another line-out throw for Laval. They've gone deep, and it's a gorgeous throw, well caught at the back. They've got a structured driving maul. See what UBC is going to do to stop this. It's broken apart once. Julianne's running around trying to find it. There it is. Laval's got it. They've broken away to the far side. They set up their ruck.
Ball went
Kiki
loose.
Udawu's in the middle of that messing around, and does she get the advantage? There's the knock-on. That's Kiki.
That's a great force of air there by UBC. Way to shut down that driving maul and take control of this.
There you see Kiki pinching the ball. She might be playing in the front row, but she could just as well play in the back row, and I think she could probably like playing in the centers as well. All right, here we go. UBC's first scrum. Piper Logan, ball in hand, having a look around, just looking to see who's where. Are they going to kick? Are they going to run? They're going to want to win first.
Okay. We fixed the spacing now.
Julianne Zussman again having a quick conversation with the front rows. No lack of experience there. Maddie Thran and Dylan Kipp sharing the front row with Kiki Udawu for UBC. And on the other side for Laval, Cécile Leclerc, Marie-Leandre La Liberté Degang, and Anne-Sophie Caro.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
There's a solid engagement. There's the ball in. Quickly one to the back. UBC pick and go to the near side. Piper unloads to Adia Pai. Not a lot of room. Does she get the ruck? She does. Back inside, trailing support from the forwards.
Great leg drive there by Taya Ashworth. Definitely a standout player in the forwards with her.
Not easy to tackle, Taya.
Not at all. And a deep clearing kick by Brooke. See if it stays in bounds here.
It did stay in bound. I think that's the fullback for Laval with ball in hand.
Yeah, Bellevance. UBC quick to set up their back line and apply some pressure here. It was a strong run from Laval and a nice clear out.
And there's the knock on.
And that's exactly what UBC is wanting right
when you
now.
create that pressure at the back of a ruck, the scrum half is too quick. Another quick announcement, folks. The 2025 U-Sports Women's Soccer Championships runs November 6 to 9 at McMaster University in Hamilton. Ticket packages and single game tickets are going fast. Scan the QR code on your screen by visiting usportstickets.ca to guarantee your seats for the 2025 U-Sports Women's Soccer Championship.
Make sure you're always stepping forward, never back. Okay?
10.5 minutes played. Neither team's really exerting themselves. We're not seeing either team dominating. Bit messy around the scrums. There have been some good rucks. They're still feeling each other out.
Definitely, we have a UBC scrum here just past halfway. Looks like some of their backs are split up, so attacking options on both sides.
And again, Zussman's calling up the scrum. She's not going to be happy with this. I can judge some body language. She's telling everybody to stay square, not to be moving around. They need to be settled. You can just see it all moving around up and down. A few words of advice. And we're back to live action. Folks, you'll notice that the pitch is nice and green, but it's pitch black all around the field tonight. A little oasis of rugby here at the UBC campus.
Ooh, ball came out of the scrum.
Yeah, nicely pinched by Corinne Frechette. She was quickly on top of that ball. She wasn't going to wait around. Big driving move from Camille Arvant-Barreau, the number 8 for Laval. She's already put her name on this game. Number 3, Anne-Sophie Caro, looking to move the ball. Finally gets moved out wide. The Laval back's going to have a go. Nice tackles from UBC. Seeing Maddie Thran get back into the defensive line.
Ooh, ball over the top. Laval makes it to their wing. Looks like they have some momentum, but it gets shut down by UBC's winger as well. Deciding to opt to play quick here. Unfortunately, bobbled forward, and now it is UBC's ball just before half.
A little bit of room. There's nobody behind this Laval D-line, and there's the kick and chase. Is it going to stay in bounds?
Ooh.
It didn't, but it bounced in bounds first, so they gained that extra 10 meters. Maybe UBC's just seen a little something there. There was a giant opening back here, Shalea.
Yeah.
And if that kick could have gone 20 or 30 meters deep,
Yeah.
Adia Pai would have been on the chase.
Exactly. Brooke recognized the speed she had on her outside, so it is a great option. Unlucky, you know, with the shape of a rugby ball, it's not always going to bounce the way you want it to.
So La Liberté de Gang for Laval, number 2 here, about to throw the ball in. Here comes the Laval forwards walking up. They throw it deep again. Gorgeous throw. Nice catch and pass. UBC's defense.
Big hit from Lana Dewick.
Thunderous hit from Lana.
Straight to her back. That was a big hit. She's taken a little bit of time to get up from that one.
And Laval's not taking the ball well. It was knocked forward by UBC, but the Laval number 12, Laurie Izard. Watch this hit, folks. Drop a shoulder and tackle a body. No coach is going to draw it up any better. Great tackle from Lana Dewick. So the end result now, we have a scrum, middle of the field, about 35, 40 meters out from the Laval try line. And just getting some attention to somebody on the far side of the field. I think one of the UBC players was just getting a bit of tape adjusted on the ankle. Winger on the far side there is Tia Jordo, who we might also see at number 9 today. Shalea informs me.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, again, another great attacking platform. If we can keep this scrum stable, UBC would have a great attacking chance, but Laval has shown their dominancy in this scrum so far.
Laval's going to put the ball into this, so that it's every opportunity for UBC to cause some disruption, but they have to do it in a way that the referee's happy with. So nice stable platform. There's the stability. Ball's in. Laval picks it up out of the back, and they go down the blind side. Miss pass. There's loop runners out there.
Space on the edge here.
Nice tackle. Tia Jordo.
Nice tackle out of bounds.
Ball's gone into touch.
Yes.
CBC is your home for the Vanier Cup playoffs. Catch the 2025 UTEC Mitchell Bowls beginning at noon Eastern Time on Saturday, November 15th. And the 60th Vanier Cup Championship game from legendary Mosaic Stadium in Regina at 2 p.m. Eastern on November 22nd. Catch complete coverage of the Vanier Cup on CBC Television, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made.
Line out was just a bit of an overthrow here. It looks like UBC was able to regather this ball, and it looks like Brooke Rodham will be going for a deep kick to exit out of their half. That is cleanly caught by Laval and running it into contact now.
Ooh, awkwardly falling to ground as she was being tackled.
She's onside, all good.
But the runner from Laval is caught by UBC. There's nice offloading from Laval. UBC is going to have to hustle up and get back in defense. Now it's into the back line. There's the shutdown tackle you want from UBC.
Great pressure, but Laval's doing great at those quick breakdowns. They are not spending too much time. Oh, they have a very experienced 9. What you just saw there was an inside ball off that breakdown. Unlucky that it was a forward ball, but definitely saw her vision, and there was a gap there. And that is Frechette, number 9 from Laval, with that inside ball.
And you see flashes of red hair from the Laval team. That's number 5, Sandrine Fauché. And she has speed and size and a wingspan to make tackling easy, is my bet. So here we go. Another scrum. A lot more scrums in this game than we've seen in the others today. Piper Logan, number 9, always has a look around to see where everybody else is on the field. They're going to want to get this ball out of there quickly. There's the stability you want. Picked up by number 8, Rachel Smith. Ultra experienced Rachel Smith. Charity Smith with not a lot of room. gets into a tackle, kind of gets up and keeps driving. UBC trying to get the ball out of there. Laval in the way.
Like Piper.
And there's the penalty.
There's the penalty Piper was most likely asking for. It's great to have comms with the ref during game time because it just shows that you can get a penalty, but sometimes you gotta ask the ref.
So Piper here, you'll just see her sort of appeal to the referee, and you can see the Laval player with ball in hand, and she really shouldn't be messing around with it down there. So there it is. Ball's out of touch on the far side of the field, so it's a line out directly across from us. UBC's got a full back line. They pulled some bodies out of the line out, which they haven't been throwing straight at all. And there's another lost line out directly into Laval's hands, but they've lost it as well. So here's the counterattack coming from UBC.
To Sarah Beer on the edge, over the top to Adia Pai. She's going down the wing and unfortunately gets pulled out of bounds.
Adia Pai, I think, just expressing that she may have been tackled by her hair. Just watch the replay. Olivia Sarabura trying to offload out the outside, and there it goes. Just have a look if there isn't a little bit of a... No, I just think that's a little awkward. Oh, right at the end.
It seemed like a Laval player pulled her ponytail.
Number 12, Lori Izard. If we had replay officials, she's not going to want to try that at the next levels of rugby. So here we go, back to the action. Laval throwing deep again. That's not straight. That's way over the outside shoulder. That's the signal from the referee, Julian Zusman. And this is going to be, what does UBC want to do? They're not going to call a line out because they haven't been winning those, so it's scrum time.
Yeah, it's time to, let's see what the backs can do off a set piece. We have quite a speedy back line for UBC here, so it'll be exciting if they get a clean scrum.
Just clearly seeing in that replay from our Sports Canada staff that ball was on the wrong side of the shoulder. So it's scrum time, right down in front of us at UBC's Thunderbird Stadium. Piper Logan leans down, she's going to feed the ball in. There it is. Rachel Smith gets her hands on it, picks it up, back to Piper.
Brooke to Lana. Lana takes it in for a crash ball, center field. UBC safely secures this ball.
Piper puts it back out to the right. They're the forward pod waiting to drive it forward. This is looking like the rugby they like to play. Inside step, ball to deck. Up and gone. There's the ruck. Piper with the ball at her feet. Duick steps. No, that's not Duick. Stepping inside. I think that's big Anya Prokopich.
Great ball maintenance here from UBC, making sure that they're securing these rucks and playing quick off each breakdown. Big hard line.
UBC with the ball in hand. There's the ruck.
No, that's all flat.
Piper directing traffic and bobbles it forward into Laval's hands. But we're going to come back for the not releasing penalty called against Laval to UBC's advantage. Julienne's walking back about 10 meters. And she's actually back to center. And it's going to be UBC's shot. Now this is 45 yards according to the 45 meters according to the field. And called for a shot at goal. Now, this may be at the extreme end of Brooks' range, but that ball is live. And so when it hits the ground, whether it hits through the posts, it's a kick. But if it lands in front of the posts, so UBC is going to want to put it on a big chase.
Exactly, yeah. If this kick is not converted, then it would just be like a kickoff.
Just before we get to the kick, the top two teams in Canadian football descend on Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the Party on the Prairies by scanning the QR code on your screen or visiting usportstickets.ca. The 2024 Vanier Cup, November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. That kick did not go through, and it actually went fully out the end zone. And these are huge end zones here at Thunderbird Stadium, easily 20 meters.
Yeah.
So UBC is retreating to receive a very traditional 22-meter drop goal. Laval's going to have to consider their options. Laval player just getting some treatment on the far side of the pitch, as we can see. A little close-up of the Laval impact substitution bench. You can certainly expect to see the majority of those players seeing the pitch tonight, as these teams will both be playing again on Friday. So there we see the Laval player back in action. There's the drop kick from Laval, and that's gone straight into touch. It bounced out on its way, so that's going to be a lineout for UBC on the far side of the pitch. 22 minutes of action, and the score is 3-0 UBC.
Let's see here if UBC can clean up their lineup just a bit and get a clean ball off the top.
UBC with 8 backs to choose from, spread out across the field, a shortened lineout. Laval's matched them with all sorts of bodies to protect and defense. Let's see if UBC can win their lineout. Just getting a little messy at the front. I think there's some communications issues between the referees.
Okay, get in the lineup, please. Get there.
They're just reminding number 6, Maya Kaliba, that she needs to be in that lineout. That's a much better lineout from UBC. That's what they've wanted to see the whole day. Kiki Udau gets the ball in hand. She's not easy to bring down. There she is struggling forward. Piper Logan out into the centers. There's Charity Williams with nowhere to go. She's thrown a stiff arm. Tough to bring down.
Keeps the ball alive.
Offloads. Brooke Rodham looking for a spot. She's got it. It's gone backwards. There's Olivia Sarah in a sprint down the near side. Side steps. Adia Pai over top.
Cleanly secured by UBC here.
Piper Logan puts it back in field.
Rachel Smith with a hard run, gaining some ground for Birds.
They're only 10 meters
And a
out.
quick
Blindside
breakdown.
from Piper. Has she got support for the ruck?
On the body, not the ball.
Still UBC ball. It's really slow. This is going to be forwards. There's the drive and pick. Pick and drive coming. Right down here and close. That's gone squirting out. Who's picked it up and gone forward with it? UBC still in possession. Piper picks it up.
Going for the wide option here from Lana to Charity. Charity's going to run to the wing, look for a 2v1 pass straight. Is she going to finish it? We got a
Around
try.
the far corner. Is that Tia Jordo down the far side?
Yes, it is. Tia Jordo.
Opening try, the 4th quarterfinal of the day here at the U Sports Women's Rugby Championship. And it's the T-Birds with the major on the board. It's now 8-0 for UBC.
That was a great recognition of space here. You see they move it to the back lines after a couple hard punch-ups, and we have Charity Williams recognizing that player on an island, and it's an easy executed, simple 2v1 for Tio Jordo.
Even though the defense was covering, Charity drew the defender in, adjusted the last minute past it. You can see how excited she is here, along with Brooke. And here comes the convert kick.
Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, she's missed the convert. Scoreboard remains 8-0. U Sports on CBC has all the action of the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship next week from Varsity Stadium in Toronto. Catch exclusive coverage November 6th through 9th on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, and CBC Sports YouTube. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. Laval's walked back to center. They've had a quick chat under the posts. They're going to want to gather their momentum and get going the other way. UBC did a phenomenal job to score that try. Now they've got to play some smart rugby. Well taken on the far side. Good strong run. Pick up and go again. If you're tackled and released, you can just get up and go again, and that's what UBC did. Tough to see numbers. Here's Piper. Firing it back to Brooke. Brooke's going to hoof it down the far sideline. Caught and bobbled by by Laval.
Unfortunate.
And then kicked away, and that's not going to impress our referee. She's never happy when the ball gets kicked away, and Laval, I think, knew what they were doing there. And there's a little conversation with number 7. Leigh Willette, please don't kick the ball away, I'm sure is all Julianne said. There's the bobble, and there's the let's just put it down the far sideline.
Buy us some time.
Exactly.
Just a little bit of breather.
Strategic, and
Yes.
just as you need a little bit of breather. Chalet has been quite excited, folks. It's a long way from Abbotsford to being here, and I know you'd really rather be out on the field, but that's okay, you're here. Here we go. Piper Logan, ball in hand. Laval ready to play some very strong defense. Here come the backs for UBC.
Wow, Laval is flying up.
Oh, and there's the offload to a trailing runner.
Beautiful offload to Lana Duick. She's not alone. She has someone, and it's a clear pickup from Tia Jordo.
Tia's going to go in for her
2 for
second
2.
try in 2 minutes.
Tia Jordo with that clutch try.
Now, it didn't go according to plan, but when you're coming up in trail and in support at pace, and you cleanly pick the ball, good things happen, and that's exactly what we saw.
Yeah, amazing run here by Lana Duick. She has Charity Williams on her outside. Ends up bobbling it, but it's okay because Tia Jordo is in support at full pace, and no one can catch her.
And Tia was not looking to pass.
No.
She was looking to find the blue turf, and that's what she found.
Great response there.
Wow, 13-0, 27 and a half minutes played. Another kick convert attempt coming for Brooklyn Rodham at her first national championships. Thank you, Shalea. First time starting at a national championships. And quite uniquely, the stadium has gone entirely quiet. There's no cheering from anybody. All the distance in the world and just put it wide to the left. So they left 4 points lagging, but they've got the 13-0 lead at 28 minutes played in the first half.
Yeah, but Laval isn't going to take this lightly, and they're gonna show up after this kick and apply that pressure. And they also realize the distance that Brooklyn has on her boot, so they're going to be paying attention. So there's the restart kick, deep down the far side into the distance it goes. A little bit of a miscommunication there between two catchers, but looks like UBC was able to gather the ball. So here's Piper picking it up. She's going to fire it back to Brooklyn. Brooklyn's going to thump it down the sideline. That was touched before going into touch. Touched by a Laval player, I believe. So we're going to come back. No, doesn't look like it was touched. And that ball went straight into... It wasn't touched by a Laval player. It was kicked straight into touch. Laval gets the line out. Laval's been pretty successful with their lineouts here, and they're in a great attacking spot about 30 meters from the try line. So let's see if they can keep this momentum up and get some points on the board as well. So UBC did put up a team to contest, and the lineup was not straight. So that matters. If UBC hadn't put up a contender or a competition, it wouldn't have mattered that it was not straight. So now it's going to be UBC's choice of a scrum or a lineout, and they're going to take the scrum. Just as we're getting ready for that scrum, ticket packages and single game tickets are on sale for the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championships, which runs November 6 through 9 at the University of Toronto. Get your tickets today by scanning the QR code on your screen or by visiting usportstickets.ca. And be sure you're at legendary Varsity Stadium for the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship next week in Toronto. That looks like that will be a turnover to Laval from a penalty at the scrum here. Yep, Julianne's not happy with how the scrums are happening, and Laval's taking advantage. Pick and go. They're 10 meters out. It's thrown out towards the backs. Whoever's there is going to catch it, and they're going to have to reset. Charity Williams with that tackle. Laval still going forward. Pick and go. UBC's getting their defense organized. Back to the open side. Laval goes. They've got forward pods. Big tackle from Rachel Smith, number 8. Another penalty awarded. Not releasing is the call against UBC. Laval's got a choice here. They can kick for 3. It's close enough for a penalty kick. They could put it to touch for a line out, and they're going to march back. They're not going to trust their scrum, and they're going to want to put 3 points on the board. Interesting choice. Definitely interesting, but I mean, if they feel more confident in securing that 3 points, then that's just how it is. Well, the 3 points also makes it a 10-point game. Yes. So that's a 2-try game. Exactly. So, and towards the end of the half, finish with some momentum. You've driven it down. Let's get the 3 points. See if you can turn that momentum after the next kickoff. That was good. So Anne Lameau, number 10, kicking for Laval. The PK goes through.
Score now reads 13-3 for UBC. 3.5 minutes to play, maybe a little bit longer for a couple of the stoppages, but not much. Exciting first half. UBC kicking off at center. I think that's Lana Duick with the drop kick responsibilities. Nice high and deep down this near side.
Great pressure from UBC.
Yeah, Charity Williams up there with a nice low tackle. She's already to her feet back in a defensive alignment. There's one UBC player in that ruck and 3 Laval players. That's the sort of numbers an offensive team wants.
Great pressure from Maya Kaleba on UBC to force that ball out wide.
Laval taking the ball to deck, moving it back on the inside.
Ooh, beautiful line.
Tip ball, yep, they're good. Here's the number 10, Anne Lamoche, with that heavily bandaged left leg. Laval driving across center, pick and go, letting their forwards do the hard work. Now they're going to release the backs. Oh, that ball's gone to deck. Has it been knocked forward?
Gone back.
Yeah, knocked back.
Ooh, behind the back offload.
Laval slowly nibbling away at distance on the field. They're now into the UBC end of things. It's number 2, Marie-Leandre La Liberté des Gangs, passing the ball off.
Looks like it was a loose ball, and UBC was able to jump on that ball, and now you have Sarah Bira kicking to clear some of that pressure.
And was it bobbled? No, it was bobbled backwards by Laval, so it's play on, and they've gone around the far side.
Ooh, chip over the top from Laval, and it bounced in her hands, but unfortunately she knocks it on.
So play on, though, because this is an advantage play. Sarah Bira with ball in hand. We've gone to deck. I guess the referee's blown it up. It's way off on the far side of the play, folks. We can't hear the calls directly from the field given our location, but there's an indication that it's going to be a line out for UBC. So this is earlier play. Watch this reverse pass.
Boom. Nicely
done. And that's number 8 for Laval, Camille Arvin-Barreau. We'll hear from her later. Great action. Minute and a half to go. There's the line-out throw. UBC winning it at the front. They've improved on that line-out since we started the game. Kiki Udawu with ball in hand. That's gone to deck. They're going to have to get it out quickly. Piper Logan. Piper marshalling her troops, telling everybody where to go and what to do.
A little bit of a chaotic breakdown here, giving Laval time to set up.
Piper's kicked it. That's been touched. Laval's cleanly caught it, and they're going to attack down that far side again. Laval into the back line. Bobbled the ball, but they're number 10. And Lameau still has possession. Pick and drive.
They have a little bit of space here on this right side if they can get the ball there before UBC fully sets up.
Kiki Udawu over top of it. Does she get it? No, she doesn't. She backs away before a penalty is called. There you can see Laval moving the ball, hitting the forwards. That's trailing number 3, Anne-Sophie Carreau. Laval still with ball in hand. This has got to be 20 possessions.
Big hit from UBC.
Yeah, and then Laval's over top of it to maintain possession. Now Kiki Udawu, has she stripped it? Nope, Laval still has it.
Laval being patient with his possession, maintaining, working the phases, using their forwards to run those hard lines to draw in UBC's defense.
Yep, and there's UBC, you can see them working to strip the ball in these upright tackles. They're just not coming away with the ball. And Laval's made it another 15 meters down the field. And they're getting another 5 meters out of that ruck. Now they're going to look for the wide pass. Looking for a gap. There it's gone to deck. Has somebody getting over top of it for the Jackal? No, Laval's got support runners there again. Back inside to the forwards. Double tackle from UBC. Laval finding their back row trail runners. Another 2 meters gained. UBC's got to be careful to get to an onside position in defense. Laval doing a phenomenal job here. Easily 20 phases of recycling the ball at rucks. And there's the knock on. No, we're going to come back for the penalty. Offside. Julianne Zusman getting some help from an assistant referee as to where to go to award the penalty. She's just walked across to this side of the field. And time's expired on the clock. Just look here, the UBC on this side, it's going to be off for the picture. But what's Laval's looking to line up another kick. There's no time left on the clock. If the ball was to be knocked forward or dribbled out of bounds, play will end. Kick the convert, play ends. So you're putting your backing in number 10 and Lamo.
Ooh, and unfortunately,
And she's missed it.
Little bit
The ball's
too far.
kicked out of in goal. Have we had the whistle for half? I believe we have. That's what I'm seeing from the referee. Exciting first half, folks. 35 minutes played. UBC leads 13-3. And when we come back, we'll have the opening. Sorry, folks, lost my place in the script. I'm going to throw us to the halftime break as the players leave the field. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
The CJS service philosophy goes hand in hand with our vision, and our vision is a world without valve problems. That is what we live and breathe every single day.
CGIS, we do work for many different valve types: gates, globes, checks, balls, knife gates, control valves.
Thirsty? With 5 essential electrolytes and 0 sugar, BioSteel is the game changer you've been looking for. All of the good stuff with no extras and no gimmicks, just clean, healthy hydration. Trusted by pro athletes since 2009. Steel sharpens steel.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe, no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Welcome back to the bright lights of UBC's Thunderbird Stadium. You're watching U Sports on CBC. I'm Chris Blackman. Now, let's spend 2 minutes with Brooke Rodham of the UBC Thunderbirds.
Hi, my name is Brooke Rodham. I play for the UBC Thunderbirds. I'm in my second year and I play 10. Rugby was always really big at my high school. I grew up playing soccer and my team needed a kicker, so they called me out and I just fell in love with it, so here I am. I think since coming to UBC, I've been put in more of like a playmaking role, but I also love like open space and using my kicking game. I define success just by having fun with my teammates on and off the field. I think as long as we work hard and put our best foot forward, winning definitely adds to it, but I think success is just growing as a person alongside my best friends. I think every day my teammates push me to be a better person, both in the classroom and on the field. There's a lot of people on the team that I look up to, and I think it's really cool that I get the opportunity to play with them every day. I think the keys to our team's success have been our speed of play and how fast and dynamic all our players are, and I think we're really good friends off the field, and I think that really ties into our style of play on the field. I think my greatest accomplishment in rugby was last year when UBC took home the national title, and I think this year, playing at home, we're looking to keep that momentum going. Being a U Sports student athlete, I think, is challenging at times. Like, you really have to learn how to balance academics and athletics, but I think having like a team support system is really helpful. I think women's rugby is growing really fast right now because of like the sevens in the Olympics last summer and then the World Cup that just ended, and I think it's becoming more known, and I think, yeah, it's just building and everybody wants to start playing. I think our team's so special just because of how close everybody is, and I think getting to go through the university aspects alongside all of them really brings us all together, and just getting to see each other every day and lift and at practice really makes our bond so close.
Great to hear from Brooke. Shout out to Langley. Now, when we come back, we will meet Camille Arvin-Barreau of the Laval Rouge, and we'll have a quick look back at the first half of today's game. UBC leads Laval 13-3. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Le sport en direct sur ici-tout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est ici-tout.tv.
Delaney, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine, parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
The CJS service philosophy goes hand in hand with our vision, and our vision is a world without valve problems. That is what we live and breathe every single day.
CGIS, we do work for many different valve types: gates, globes, checks, balls, knife gates, control valves.
Welcome back, and now it's time to spend 2 minutes with Camille Arvin-Barreau of the Laval Rouge Or.
Salut, moi c'est Camille Arvin-Barreau. Je suis 3e ligne 8 au Rouge et Or à Laval. C'est ma 2e année. J'ai commencé à jouer au secondaire, on faisait 17, c'était très petit, puis après, l'opportunité s'est représentée au cégep. Je décrirais mon style de jeu un peu unpredictable, j'essaie d'être le plus physique possible. Le succès pour moi, c'est de réussir à progresser no matter what avec tes coéquipières, puis pour moi, le succès, c'est ça, c'est d'avoir du plaisir dans ce que tu fais sur le long run. Mes coéquipières m'ont beaucoup aidé surtout avec leur expérience, je trouve c'est le fun de pouvoir retirer un peu de tout le monde, des qualités de tout le monde, puis d'en faire un beau potluck. La clé du succès de notre équipe cette année, je pense que c'est la synergie qu'on a avec les recrues qui sont arrivées cette année. Je pense qu'on a un bon tempo dans notre style de jeu, puis c'est vraiment, vraiment agréable à jouer. Puis c'est ça, avec les vétérans qui s'en vont, on a beaucoup de sagesse. Ma plus grande fierté au rugby serait je sais pas si c'est une fierté, mais de pouvoir m'exprimer sur le terrain, de pouvoir show comment, surtout physicalité. Il n'y a pas beaucoup de moments où que les femmes peuvent être physiques puis c'est reconnu positivement. Fait que je trouve que c'est une belle opportunité au rugby de le faire.
And folks, we're back at UBC's Thunderbird Stadium. Looks like an empty stadium, but the grandstands are quite filled up. We've got probably 1,000 people here. UBC leads Laval 13-3 after the first 35 minutes of play in quarterfinal number 4 at the 2025 CGIS U Sports Women's Rugby Championship, presented by the Rec Room on CBC Sports. Shalea, what do we want to talk about in terms of scoring from the first half?
Yeah, I would say I was really impressed by UBC's second try. You know, a couple bobbles there, but we responded great. Tia Gerardo came out of the backfield and, finished that try, and just shows you got to keep playing to the whistle. And a huge hit from Lana Duick in that first half got me up out of my seat. So definitely a great half. Laval, they're still in this fight. They've shown their aggression. They've showed their out-the-back offloads, and they've gotten 3 points for a penalty kick. So they're not far behind UBC, and really, it's anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, the highlight reels we're going through right here. We've seen the penalty kick attempt from Laval, which was good. We've seen the tries. What you haven't seen is some of the unforced errors. The miscues at lineout time for UBC have really hurt them. And for Laval, they've been plugging away but not getting the reward. And they're going to want to keep plugging away because they're going to break things open eventually, and UBC is going to pay for that. So they're going to need to keep taking advantage of the opportunities that are presenting themselves. So a really wonderful game of rugby. It's not high scoring as we've had before, but either of these teams has the power and the speed to really break it open. So second half is about to get underway. It looks like on the clock we've got about a minute and a half, but both teams are out there chomping at the bit, ready to go. Laval's going to be kicking off. Standoff number 10, Anne Lameau with the ball in hand and that heavily bandaged left leg. There's two of the athletes out there are quite heavily bandaged. There's Piper Logan jogging back, getting ready. We're going to try to figure out if we've had any substitutes, folks. We think we've got an inside source on the far sideline. Dr. Phil Webster, the fourth official. We'll see if he's able to text me anything. But in the meantime, we'll keep an eye out for some players. We can actually see Jamie Dixon's already on the field, number 25 for UBC. I'm not sure who has been replaced, but we'll work on that. And we're underway. Deep kick straight down the middle. Well taken at the back. I think that's Lana Duick. She's come up, was thinking about the clearance kick, but opted for the ruck. Now we're going to fire it back to Adia Pai, I think that was. That ball's been knocked forward, knocked backwards. Actually knocked forward by Laval, and then a Laval player intentionally played it from an offside position. So fortunate for UBC. I don't think they had their ducks in order for the start of that second half. Little smile from Piper as she throws the ball away to Lana Duick, who's going to step up for the kick. They're going to look to put it into touch and have a line out in the Laval end of things, and that's exactly what they've got.
It looks like UBC has switched around their back line just a little. You see Jamie Dixon here on the far right wing, and it looks like Piper Logan is in the back line.
That could mean Tia Jordo's gone into number 9.
Yes.
So we'll have to wait and see, folks. So there's the line out for UBC on the far side. They've got the driving maul on the go. Are they going to be able to get that out? It's gone stationary. So Piper's still in there pushing the ball out, driving support. That's out into the back line. There's Piper.
Piper
feeds
straight
it
to Jamie here on the wing.
Jamie's got the speed. Is she going to
She gonna
go?
stay
She
in?
sneaks back inside.
Nice catch by Charity Williams for that offload. Risky, but it worked out.
Smartly gets to deck, and we've got 14 Tia Jordo playing at scrum half. That is the switch. There's Kiki Daou finally getting to ground. Tia firing it out. Lana with a missed pass finds Brooke, slips through and then unloads the ball. It's going to be Laval ball, and the penalty, playing the ball while you're not on your feet is the call, I believe, from Julianne Zisman. Just seeing the replay here, you see Lana hesitating with that ball, then hitting Brooke Rodham at the back, who slips the tackle, unloads, and there's the knock on. And I just thinking one of those heavily bandaged legs from Anne Lameau is not acting very well right now. Is she going to be able to continue? No, she's getting some assistance off. Now, I'm not sure if that was Anne Lameau. No, there's 19 come onto the field. So Mia Fortin has come on. We're just going to see if we can get a number off the player coming off the pitch. Very difficult to read in the darkness on the far side. So anyways, folks, number 19, Mia Fortin, is definitely on the pitch, as is 25, Jamie Dixon. And we are at
on the line, back
37 minutes played in this game. So quite a scampering start to the second half here, Shalea.
Definitely exciting, you know, lots of ball possession back and forth. So great rugby.
Line out throw from Laval, cleanly won at the front. There's their driving maul. Not going very far. There's the spin around.
They broke off and made their own.
Yeah, and there's the penalty going to be called for angling in from the side. That's advantage to Laval. Julianne Zussman just seeing if they're going to play the ball on. She's looking for advantage. Laval firing it out. Now they're looking to drive it up in the centers.
UBC looking a little scrambled on defense, just fighting to get that defensive line set here.
Thank you.
Now a nice positive tackle from UBC. Balls come loose out the back of the breakdown.
Not many ball handling errors going on out there tonight. Laval able to keep recycling the ball. hitting a trail support runner and then offloading. That's number 3, Anne-Sophie Caro with the ball in hand. Laval securing and driving, hitting more trailing forwards. Number 8 for UBC, Rachel Smith with a nice tackle. That's gone to ground, and then it's been knocked on.
No advantage.
We're not going to call that play. We're going to say stop play, and it's going to be a penalty. Just while we're waiting for the penalty to be played, U Sports wants to hear from you about your viewing experience. Visit usportsfans.ca or click on the QR code on the screen to join our fan advisory panel. Tell us about yourself and help shape future U Sports Championship broadcasts by giving us your feedback for your chance to win a U Sports prizes. Join the U Sports fan panel at usportsfans.ca.
Okay, thank you. Stand on it.
It will be a line out for Laval here, right in UBC's 22. So a great attacking platform.
Laval walking into the line out. Front jumper, no. Back jumper, maybe. Middle jumper, and they threw it to the front line out person who knocked it on. She had a clear run down the far side, and I think she just bobbled the ball.
Unlucky.
A little bit of trickery from Laval. UBC escapes. Now they're going to have to get out their own half. And it's going to be a scrum based on the knock-on. Just watch the front body at the line-out is going to get the ball. She's standing there by herself. UBC's not paying attention. There's the throw, and off she goes. Then she just knocks it forward. So here's the scrum. Far side of the field as we return to live action.
Bind. Set. Hold. Steady. Hold.
UBC stable scrum. Rachel Smith picking and driving from the back of the scrum. Ruck ball secured for UBC. Now we're going to look for a clearance kick.
All on.
Brooke Rodham with the clearance kick. Not coming off as cleanly as she would have hoped, so unfortunately that went out of bounds.
Join U Sports on CBC next week for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game as the 8 best women's university teams head to Hamilton for the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action from Dalhousie University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. Line up for Laval, a little more traditional this time. Yep, back jumper, overthrown. Who's going to come up with it? UBC. Taking advantage of the opportunity, continues to be their mode of playing this game. Eventually turns into a ruck. There it is, fired out. Are they going to get it wide enough?
Ball to Charity Williams
has she
coming
got
up
some
the wing.
room? She's got electric pace. She's cutting back inside.
2 defenders.
Who
beats
she's
the
going to
first.
offload to?
Connecting with a forward. Looks like Rachel Smith to keep that ball alive. Now here we have Lana Dewick powering through. Clean ball secured. Straight to Ashworth with a crash here.
Number 5, Taya Ashworth. Tia Jordo fires it out. There's the step and go from Broadham. Has she got anybody for support?
19. Okay, advantage.
Broadham. There's the advantage being played to UBC.
A little bit of a bobble here.
No, we're going to come back for the penalty. In from the side. And the referee might just have a little chat with Laval here. I think she's just moved. Here's Charity on the break, just looking for space, and it's well played by the defender for Laval. Look at that tackle. Missed it, but slowed her down.
Yeah.
There's the kick from UBC, way off into the distance, up onto the bank here at UBC's Thunderbird Stadium.
Here. A little closer. Stop.
Local time is 7:37, and it's pitch black out there, folks. Lights at UBC doing a good job of helping the athletes play in some great conditions here. Kiki Adawu getting set for the line-out throw on the far side. Short line-out as usual for UBC. Back jumper, front jumper in the middle.
No contest.
There we
Clean
go.
catch from Sadie Gluvik. Unfortunately bobbled by Tia Jordo, but
Tia
she keeps
Jordo
playing.
fires.
3.
And she's lost it forward. Did she catch it and pass it back?
Unfortunate.
Wow. Tia Jordo showing off that quick acceleration, which is why she's playing at scrum half. Just watch this, folks. I don't know if we're going to see it. There's the line-out throw. Straight enough to play on. That's bouncing around on the floor, and then I'm just going to go. Catch me if you can. Little sidestep, and again, great defense, technical, reaching out low for the tackle and driving the shoulder. Anybody want to watch a textbook tackle? You just saw it. Scrum down, Laval put in. Oh, UBC with a good push. Laval fires it out. There's the tackle. Brooke Rodham coming up to make that tackle. Laval driving through. They're so good at offloading and recycling out of these rucks. They just have bodies everywhere. Here's a clearance kick. What can UBC do with this? Has that gone straight into touch?
Yes, looks like it has.
A little bit of an advantage for UBC here. Folks, the 2025 U Sports Women's Soccer Championships runs November 6 to 9 at McMaster University in Hamilton. Ticket packages and single game tickets are going fast, so scan the QR code on your screen or visit usportstickets.ca to guarantee your seats for the 2025 U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Back to live action. Just sorting out the ball over there for Kiki Udawu. Launches it into the air. It's a long throw. Well taken, number 4, Anya Prokovic.
Opting to play quick off this line out here.
Ooh, there's a high tackle. Was it called?
Big run.
Not sure. UBC ball in hand. Trail support.
Taya Ashworth with a big crash.
UBC's got momentum. Charity.
Popping into, who is that? Piper
Logan cuts inside, fights
and the Charity
Williams.
Again. Is she going to go over?
She's close. UBC's got to be smart here. They've got to be patient.
Diving over the try line.
Not there. They've got to release it. Is it out yet? There it is. It's available. Who's picking and going?
Laval contesting.
There. Ball still available for UBC. Kiki Udawu scrambling to the left. Great defense from Laval. Are UBC going to release it? There they are, releasing it.
Laval shooting up to take away time and space.
Step
Piper
inside for Piper, through for the try.
That was beautiful.
Piper Logan showing off her experience. She knew if she could accelerate straight away, she'd be a tough tackle, and she proved it. Across the try line go the host Thunderbirds, smiles all around. That was a well-worked try. There were forwards inside. Just as you see the cut inside from Piper, she's not slowing down. Knew to lunge forward to score the try. Just outside of the posts. Wonderful convert opportunity coming up here.
That was great recognition of space for the Birds there. They realized, you know what, Laval's putting up a pretty great fight on the goal line defense, so we're going to swing it out wide and see if our speedsters can finish. And even with Laval shooting up out of the line, they were unable to stop the steppy Piper.
And there you see Brooke, number 10, wanting to put 2 more points on the board. Slots it through. 46 minutes of this game have been played, and UBC now leads 18-3. Laval making their way back to the center line. A mixture of bit of frustration and maybe some excitement to get going again. They've certainly had lots of opportunity. UBC teams to have the momentum right now. Quick ruck, fire it back. Here's the kick. Does that find the ground? It does. Well taken by Laval. Have they got some support runners? There it is, trail support runners. UBC there for the tackle. Quickly spreading in defense.
Great speed at the breakdown by Laval. You can see they're not taking any time. They're picking and going, drawing in the UBC defense.
And I think the penalty is going to be against UBC off their feet. Tia Jordo, folks, at the breakdown, you have to maintain your feet. That means you can't put your arms over top of the ball. And just watch Tia. Falls over the ball right there. Elbows are down. Now she's picking up the ball. That's offside. That's sealing. And this is a kickable opportunity for Laval. But they've elected for a scrum. So second half, we may have had some subs in the forwards, and not easy to determine. There is number 19 for Laval out there, Mia Fortin. We've known that, but that may be the only change to their forward pack. UBC, it doesn't appear that they've made a ton of changes to their forward pack. I can still see Sadie Gluvic out there. Rachel Smith is out there. I think the second row is the same. You can see Dylan Kipp, number 3, Maddie Thran. Lots of discussion going on right now. Just trying to see what's holding us up. We've got a player down on the pitch. So just take this moment. CBC is your home for the Vanier Cup playoffs. Catch the 2025 UTEC and Mitchell Bowls beginning at noon Eastern on Saturday, November 15th, and the 60th Vanier Cup Championship game from Mosaic Stadium in Regina, 2 p.m. Eastern on November 22nd. All this complete coverage comes to you of the Vanier Cup on CBC Television, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made.
Looks like Laval made a sub in their scrum here. Looks like number 5.
Sandrine Fauché is out.
Bind. Set.
UBC backs out of that scrum pretty quickly. Here comes Laval around the left side.
Ball out wide here to number 14.
Great tackle from 25, Jamie Dixon. On the winger, Laurent Paneton from Laval.
Big run and a big hit from UBC here. Laval not giving up.
Yeah, their pick and go has been devastating today. That's gone to ground, and there's a penalty against UBC, not rolling away. Now, Laval doesn't get down here that often. Are they going to take another 3 points? That'll make it an 11. That'll make it a 14-point game. So this may be something they're going to want to do. Nope, they're going to call the scrum. They've realized that with only 20 minutes to play in this game, they need to score some tries, so they're not going to be kicking penalties. They're going to want a base for their backs to play from, and that's going to be the scrum. Sandrine Fauché, number 5, is still out there, but she's moved to flanker. That means Mia Fortin is in the middle of that, probably at second row. I think I can just see her number there. Strong platform from Laval, cleanly taken. Backs running a play. UBC finally makes the tackle. Laval picks and goes out the backside. Good defense from UBC. They're bending, but they're not breaking just yet. Pick and go from Laval. UBC's clearly ready for that. Again, pick and go, driven backwards this time. UBC's still there. Zusman urging them to get onside. They're 5 meters to the try line. Laval pick and go again, and the penalty's going to come in advantage to Laval. This is all under penalty advantage, folks.
They're going to keep going for these pick and goes until they get over that try line.
Laval's not there. And there's the try. A little bit inevitable. I think that's big number 8. Very excited after all of that. I believe that's Camille Arvin-Barreau, who we saw interviewed at halftime.
Great work by the forward pack there for Laval. They knew they were in a try-scoring range, and they said, you know what, there's no need to move this ball wide. We have all the power right here, and they were patient, and it paid off.
So while you watch the convert, folks, the top 2 teams in Canadian football descend on Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the Party on the Prairies by scanning the QR code on your screen or visiting usporttickets.ca. The 2025 Vanier Cup on November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. So there we go. Scoreboard now reads 20-8. Convert was missed. So Laval has successfully executed a penalty kick and got in a try. That gets them their 8 points. And UBC's at 20. So restart to come. For any of you curious about the Blue Jays, they are up 6-1 in the top of the 8th. Back to rugby action. UBC with a kickoff. Gorgeous, nice high kickoff right down the far sideline. Laval catching it well, but immediately tackled by UBC.
Great pressure off kickoff from Charity Williams there, hoping to pin Laval in their end and force a mistake here.
Yeah, and defense is going to be on the order of the day for UBC right here. Strong communications, the foundation of defense. Is there space out the side? There's no space out the far side, and Laval actually threw it into touch. Unable to execute the pass on the far side, so UBC likely to play a little bit of a slower game. Maybe that ball needs to be cleaned. Maybe there needs to be a conversation. Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, it's all about game management now.
17 minutes to go here, folks. Kiki Udau, ball in hand. Short line out. Overthrown, but there was number 4, Anya Prokovic, to gather up the ball. Kiki Udau, not easy to tackle. Halfway through again. Post it back for her own team. Brooke unloads. Who cut back inside?
Beautiful ball, Maya Kaliba.
Great run from Maya, back on her feet, driving, and the penalty is called. She was tackled and held while on the ground. She needed to release the ball. Her enthusiasm got the best of her. Penalty called. Juliette Zusman right there. Just watch here. Gorgeous pass, stepped back inside. If we see the end of this play, there. She needed to release right there. She got back to her feet. So that penalty was called. Laval has opted for a scrum. They're inside their 22-meter, and they know they need to get to the other end of the field. So they want possession, and you're going to keep possession if you have the scrum. So here we go. Great camera angle from our crew here at Sports Canada TV. Number 9, Frechette with the ball in hand, waiting to feed. There's the platform. Angled feed. It's going backwards. UBC had a nice shove on. Inside run from the number 8. Well tackled by number 6, Mia Kaliba. Laval. There's the trailing pod of forwards. Good tackle from UBC.
Yeah, Laval keeping it nice and tight, not wanting to force an error right now. Just trying to work their way up out of their half. Get some momentum here.
This will be basic stuff from Laval. They're not going to try anything fancy. They're going to wait till they've got a good platform and then whip it out into the backs. UBC's got to come up hard and make those tackles. There's number 7, Sadie Gluvik, doing exactly that. Laval's going sideways here, and that's what UBC wants.
No, that's a knock-on only.
UBC with an intercept on the far side. They've still got possession. It's knocked forward is the call from Julianne Zusman. And then we've got some subs coming on. So somebody's coming on for UBC.
That looks like Sasha Reskovich, number 3.
Yeah, I see number 3 going off. And looks to be number 16's come on.
Yeah, Sasha Reskovich subbing off Dylan Kipp in the front row.
Timely substitution with the scrum right here. Let's see if Reskovich can make an impact. It's often a time where a front rower can come in and really stabilize things. And the referee is going to reset the scrum. Julianne's not been happy with this all night.
Okay, stay where you are.
Just see how they're engaging and getting lined up. It's all about body position and technique, foot placement and angles. Lots of energy and forces going at different angles in that forward pack for both teams. Defenders in the back line are calling out their responsibilities. Frechette with the put in. Laval's got the ball in hand at the back. Here we go into the backs.
Clean scrum and looking for the op to kick it out to relieve some of that pressure UBC is putting them under.
And it's gone into touch, but I think UBC is going to be fine with that. I don't see any of the UBC players running for the ball.
Okay.
Clock keeps ticking away. Approaching 57 minutes played.
UBC, no huddle.
And UBC cannot simply fall back on their heels and play defense. They need to go back to an attacking mindset. They need to score tries. And if they keep playing that way, just look how far out to this near side we have the winger for UBC here.
Yeah.
Is that Jamie Dixon?
Yeah.
So UBC's taking it up in the middle of the play. Kiki Udawu still on her feet, still driving. Hasn't actually gone to deck yet. Now she goes down.
Laval coming up at some pace here, looking to shut down that ball before it gets through. And a little grubber through by Brooke Rodham. Is she going to see Jamie Dixon on her outside? She doesn't, but she gets some great ground with a little cheeky grubber through the back line.
UBC going backwards. Charity Williams, ball in hand. She's going to look to set something up. Gets to the bottom of that ruck, and UBC's got to be there. Digging it out, Tia Jordo fires it out into the forwards. Tip ball quickly moving through a ruck. Tia's there again, fighting, pushing Laval players out of the way. Big wide ball, stepping inside, that's Brooke. Again, she's gone through. She's going to step around. Tackled again, didn't offload. Picking and going. Was that knocked forward? Didn't see the call.
Oh, that's a turnover. Laval has the ball now.
UBC's going to want to play defense. Laval still with ball in hand. Still a ruck. They fired it out. Now they're going to kick for relief. UBC's needing to gain possession.
Got a big chase coming from Laval here.
Step and go again, offload.
Good hands by UBC.
Oh, UBC hauling. Now they've set the ruck. Now they're going to come to this near side.
Skipping the ball out here to Jamie Dixon.
She's going to have to stay in, and she does.
Great support from UBC to secure this breakdown.
Tia Joro fires it back inside, and that's Rachel Smith taking it ahead.
Laval staying patient on the edge, not getting sucked in, coming in at pace here.
And they're not overcommitting, but UBC is unloading those passes, and then they knock it forward again.
Unlucky. Looked like it went off Laval's hand.
Advantage to Laval, but we're play on. UBC still has the ball. So UBC, that miscalled it. Sorry, folks. UBC with ball in hand. Kiki Adau gone to deck. Tia Jordo fires it out. That's Maddie Thran, number 2, taking it up. Good straight ahead run from the hooker. Tia Jordo firing it out. Piper Jordan's got a step inside.
Passing to Rachel Smith, to Brooke Rodham, to Charity Williams here on the edge.
Charity's got some distance.
Charity.
She's going to go the whole other way across the field, and she's going to get in under the posts. Nobody's catching that with her trademark somersault. Wow. At the 59-minute mark, the 60-minute mark, UBC, after lots of pressure, finally finds a way through, manages to get the ball into Charity's hands, and Charity does Charity.
Charity does Charity. She sees any space, and there's no stopping her.
Just watch here, folks. Quick hands, and around she goes, and then she sees she's going to cut across and go to the other side, outrun the number 10, stutter step for the number 15, Corinne Bellavance, who just can't get there, and there's the somersault try scoring happiness for UBC. Scoreboard reads 25-10, less than 10 minutes to play, convert to come from UBC. UBC Sports on CBC has all the action of the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship next week from Varsity Stadium in Toronto. Catch exclusive coverage November 6th through 9 on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and CBC Sports YouTube, U Sports on CBC, where champions are made.
Yep, we're all playing.
Wow, and we're already here off again with another kick received well by UBC, crashing that ball center field.
Away, Laval.
Laval wants to get on with it. They still want to score tries, and UBC is going to have to pay attention. They need to keep attacking. That's the sort of attacking play. Knocked forward. Lana Duick needs to catch that ball. She can't afford to be dropping it and making a turnover inside her own half. Kiki Udau coming up with hard pressure and defense.
Great pressure.
Phenomenal. Low and driving, but we're going to come back for the no advantage from the knock-on, and it's going to be Laval ball.
Yeah, this is an area where Laval seems pretty comfortable. You know, they want to keep that ball tight. They have a very dominating forward pack, so I can imagine they're going to try and do something similar to they did last time and, you know, stay patient, drive that ball, stay tight, eventually hopefully make it into the try zone.
Opportunity for Laval. They can look to come to the blind side where they've got lots of space and only a couple athletes, or they're going to look to use their full back line. And look at the defensive back line from UBC. Lots of experience in that back line. Olivia Sarabura, Charity Williams, Lana Duick, and a good push from UBC. That spun entirely around. The ball's popped out the back. UBC all over Laval for pressure and defense. Laval's gone back 25 meters, but we're going to come back to the knock-on from UBC. I don't think UBC minds, and here comes some subs. That's the signal from Julianne Zusman.
Sorry, not 15,
that we've got 2 Laval players. I see number 14, Laurent Paneton, leaving the field.
As well as number 4, Maud Chabot.
Maud Chabot, thank you for that. Not sure who came on as replacements. We'll try to figure that out.
Looks like 23, Alexina Tardif-Sanson.
Less than 7 minutes to play. Laval with a put-in. Frechette. The ball's in, the ball's out. Frechette, ball back in hand, fires it out the back.
Great hands from Laval. Unfortunately, big hit from UBC forcing the ball to get passed out of bounds, but they want a quick line out here, or at least attempt it to.
Yeah, and UBC's Kiki Dawu logically and intelligently asking for a different ball, and she wants to wipe it down. Now she's going to get set. UBC is going to want to win this ball. This is an important line out. Front jumper, cleanly
Clean.
won.
Great
Full
ball.
driving maul, nicely built up and developed. Reliable Kiki Adawu with ball in hand. There's Tia Jordo firing it out.
Hard run from Maya Kaliba, number 6, taking down 3 defenders with her, and a quick ball from Tia Jordo to Brooke Rodham.
Step inside Brockham does. Who's there for defense? But Piper Logan, I think, has come in to snuffle the ball. That's not Piper, that's somebody else.
Lana with the ball under.
Lana. Now Piper's got it. Now
Wide.
Piper fires out.
80
Pie. She could go all the way.
1v1 here. Is she going to gas in the middle?
Nope. Now she's going to look for support.
Oh, she's still going.
Stays on her feet. Finally, some UBC teammates get there. She's able to maintain possession. They've got ruck ball, middle of the field, full back line out here. Now does Charity Williams got some space? Stutter step.
Oh, offload to Jamie Dixon.
Cuts inside.
She's in. No. She's
Try given.
Wow.
Yes, assistant referees are running under the posts. Amazing try from UBC. I think everybody in their back line touched the ball.
Yeah.
Adia Pai down the far side, cuts into the middle, then Charity Williams and Jamie Dixon gets in for a try. Just Charity stepping inside, but with all the intelligence to move it out to Jamie. Now she's going to step inside. Great defense from Laval. Rolls over and gets the ball onto the ground. And she had support right there. Fantastic try for UBC.
Yeah, great.
32-10, and I think they've sealed the game. I think, Shalea, you're feeling confident now.
Yeah, yeah.
The stress levels have come down.
Yeah.
Okay. Shalea might have to leave the announcer's box very quickly after this game, which I'm fine with. Less than 5 minutes to play. Convert to come. Let me get one more announcement in here, folks. Ticket packages and single game tickets are on sale for the 2025 U Sports Men Soccer Championship, November 6 through 9 at the University of Toronto. Get your tickets today by scanning the QR code on your screen or by visiting usportstickets.ca. And be sure that you're at Varsity Stadium for the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship next week in Toronto.
That was a nice attempt at that kick there, but unlucky. I believe it just bounced off one of the bars and did not go line. And sorry, I missed something, but we have Kiki running here, almost scoring another try.
Laval didn't waste any time, and Kiki's got the ball, and she's down inside the 25-meter line. UBC's looking for another one. There goes Oreskovic into the scrum. Firing it out to the backs.
Adia to Charity here. We have Charity to Sadie. Sadie to Jamie Dixon again. Is Jamie? Oh, it went backwards.
I think it got I think it was a forward pass.
Yes, forward
I think
pass.
It was a forward pass. Hectic pace of action here, folks, as we approach the last minutes of this game. UBC putting their stamp on this game. They want to play from everywhere and anywhere, and they're willing to push it wide and look for tries. They've had support from their bench. Jamie Dixon's out there. Sasa Oreskovic is out there. And UBC, it looks, are on their way to a semifinal against Queens Friday night at Thunderbird Stadium at UBC.
You won't want to miss that.
Friday night lights. You can come and see how excited Shalea gets.
Crouch!
Folks, Laval
Bind!
has the put in. Frechette wanting to get some positives out of the rest of this game. Quick feed of the ball. Back it goes to the number 8 feet. That's a solid platform. UBC hasn't been able to crack that all day.
Little bobble here by Laval, but they've cleaned it up and maintained possession. UBC's pressure is just unmatched, and I think they are definitely feeling it, trying to play out of their own half here.
No impact.
Laval here maintaining possession, slowly trucking their way up out of their half.
Advantage, knock on.
Looks like it's contested at the breakdown by UBC. Looks like they were able to turn it over successfully with Kiki here. Running up the middle of the field, big crash.
Pick and go. She just gets up and picks her own pick and go, not waiting for anybody else. Now UBC's got the ball out, throwing it out the back, but they've got bodies there.
Here, Piper to Maya. Maya's going. Can she stay in bounds?
She does, and she's looking for a ruck support, and they've got it. UBC's chomping at the bit for another try.
Number 2, Maddie Thran being taken down here. Can they secure this ball?
Yes, she's fine. She's
referee saying play on. Let's see who's onside. The penalty's going to go against Laval. UBC not releasing the ball. Laval wants the ball in their hands. They're going to Tap and go. Here it comes. Not even calling for a scrum.
Yeah, that was a really great steal on Laval there, right over top of it, and came away with possession at the end of it.
We're into the final minute of play here, folks.
Big pressure from UBC.
UBC still thumping out some tackles. No love lost on the field. These athletes are serious about making some hits.
That's another penalty at the breakdown for UBC for not rolling away.
Coach Merton won't be happy with that. UBC needs to start playing more smart defense here. They don't want to give one up. They want to keep this looking like this right now. Laval, pick and go. Devastating. They're just not getting it from the distance. Another penalty
here.
And somebody's got to be careful about a yellow card here.
Off their feet, and that will be a penalty awarded to Laval.
Yeah, and Frichette's tap and go. She's looking for gaps, hitting forwards and trail.
Laval staying patient, picking around that breakdown, you know, playing to best space. They're quite aggressive forward pack, and that's where they've gotten their previous tries. So looks like they're staying with the same game style.
Number 10, Chabot, offloading to trailing forwards. Laval, and they're all black, are still making their way down the field. Now they're getting it out wide. They've got room.
Wide
out
ball.
To the far winger. Who's there to make the tackle? I think that's Charity Williams.
Laval
still going down the far side. UBC's got to be careful. This is going to get in. That's knocked forward in the tackle.
Ooh, unlucky.
I think that's going to be a UBC ball at the line out on the far side. Time has expired. I see the referees talking to each other. I think we're going to get one more play in. Gorgeous tackle down the far side. Not sure who made it, but that ball's gone in. UBC's bringing on the subs. I think about 6 people just ran onto the field.
Looks like a whole new back line. Looks like we got Sky Farish coming on, as well as a few others.
I see Ayanya Titifanua is out there. I'm going to bet Sarah Thorani, Belle Rousseau, Poppy-Ann Elcock, Ashley Melindy, and maybe even Sarah McPherson. But folks, we just can't see the numbers from up here. No time on the clock. UBC up 32-10. We're looking forward to the U Sports Nike Players of the Game coming up shortly after we wrap this.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Hold!
UBC's running up the middle. Quick ball being recycled to the forward pack down the far side.
They're keeping this ball in hand, not yet setting up a kicking platform. Looks like they might give those subs.
There's the penalty, and I think UBC is going to say, we want to kick this into touch, and the game's over. Tia Jordo, tap and kick. Here it comes. There's the tap. There's the kick, and there's the game. UBC heading to the semifinal, where they'll face their nemesis, Queen's University. Friday night lights at Thunderbird Stadium. We hope you're all going to be here. Final score 32-10. UBC advances to the U Sports semifinal on Friday. When we'll come back, we'll have the Nike Players of the Game and get you set for the Friday lights games at these championships. You're watching U Sports on UBC.
The CJS service philosophy goes hand in hand with our vision, and our vision is a world without valve problems.
Because we're not on TV,
that is what we live and breathe every single day.
CJS, we do work for many different valve types: gates, globes, checks, balls, knife gates, control valves.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to UBC's Thunderbird Stadium and U Sports on CBC. It's now time for the Nike Players of the Game. Just watching the athletes out on the field, a very excited co-commentator standing next to me, Shalea, who'd love to be out there.
Yeah, I will be shortly.
But is smiling with all of her teammates. UBC very excited, making up for some losses during the season that I'm sure they weren't happy about, keeping their eye out as they may end up.
This will be UBC's second year where they're able to advance past that quarterfinal. Before last year's Nationals, they really struggled previously to ever win their first game. So this is a big, big win for them, and I'm so excited.
Just with a little bit of a heads up for Friday's action, folks. Watching on U Sports on CBC, starting at 11 a.m., there will be 4 rugby games, the 2 consolation finals and then the 2 semifinals. Your semifinals will be UVic Vikes against the Guelph Griffins and the Queens Gales against the UBC Thunderbirds. Your consolation finals will see the Ottawa GGs and the St. FX Axewomen playing, and then the Acadia Axewomen and Laval playing as well. So we should be seeing at the middle of the field here the U Sports Nike Player of the Game for UBC, number 13, Charity Williams. There you see the Laval number 5 Nike Player of the Game, U Sports Nike Player of the Game, Sandrine Fauché, who had a phenomenal job. Obviously not happy with the outcome of the game, but she was definitely a force to be reckoned with in defense and in offense. Now turning attention to U Sports. There were a number of players out there. I thought Tia Jordo put her hand up for this in an immense way in that first half. But Charity Williams gets the nod, number 13. You've seen her playing for Canada, 7s and 15s, and she's certainly enjoying playing for UBC. Big smile. There she is with Kevin Rouet, head coach of the National Senior Men's 15 side team. There she is. She knows to make sure Gilbert's showing up properly on that.
Yeah.
Her media training is good.
She's been around long enough to know.
All right, folks, your next match comes to you Friday morning at 11 a.m. when you're going to be watching the U Sports Women's Rugby Championships. Executive producer of U Sports Today on CBC is John Bauer. Today's game has been produced and directed by the Choyle Brown. Our game stats have been handled by Isabel Davy Norville. Thanks also to our Sports Canada TV for today's production. On behalf of
Shalea Valenzuela.
And a shout out to Abbotsford and Doug Primrose. My name's Chris Blackman. Thank you for joining us. The final score here today, UBC Thunderbirds 32, defeating the Laval Rouge or 10. You've been watching U Sports on CBC.